Hello everyone, welcome to your math lesson for Tuesday, March 31st, comparing shapes. So in this lesson, we are going to be comparing the 5 two-dimensional shapes that we learned about last week, and you will need page 653 in your math workbook. But before we do the page in our math workbook, we're going to review first the 5 two-dimensional shapes that we have already learned about. Our first two-dimensional shape is the square. A square has 4 sides that are all the same length and 4 vertices. Remember, with a two-dimensional shape, that means that you only see one side. They are flat. Our next shape is the rectangle. A rectangle is very similar to a square. However, a rectangle, although it has 4 sides, has 2 short sides and 2 long sides. A rectangle also has 4 vertices. Our third shape is the triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, and a triangle also has 3 vertices. Remember, a vertex is the corner of the shape, where 2 of the sides come together to meet. The next shape that we learned about was the trapezoid. A trapezoid has 4 sides. It has one side that is shorter than the other, and 2 sides that are slanted. So if you look at this trapezoid here, the top line that is horizontal is the short side. The bottom line that is horizontal is the longer side. And then the 2 sides that are slanted on the ends are both the same length. The last shape that we learned about was a circle. A circle is completely different from the other shapes that we have learned about because circles have no sides or vertices. They are a completely round shape. Let's look at our first page together. We have 2 fence posts. We are going to sort our shapes by what these fence posts say at the bottom. So on the fence post on the left, it says 4 sides. The fence post on the right says less than 4 vertices. So our shapes that have 4 sides, there are 3 of them. The first shape is the square. Remember, square, all of the sides are the same length, and your shape does not have to be perfect. You can draw along with me. The next shape that we learned about that has 4 sides is the rectangle, where the rectangle has 2 sides that are long and 2 sides that are short. And the third shape that we learned about that had 4 sides was the trapezoid. So remember, the trapezoid had one short side, one long side, and then it had 2 slanted sides on the ends. And there's my trapezoid. The next section, less than 4 vertices. So we have 2 shapes that had less than 4 vertices. The first shape was the triangle. Triangle has 3 vertices because it has 3 sides. And then we have the circle. A circle, remember, has no vertices or sides because it is completely round. Now let's look at page 654. We're going to follow the directions and circle the shapes the way they are described on the page. Each of the questions has a different description, so we will be using different shapes for each one. So number 1, shapes with 4 straight sides. So let's look at our examples. The shapes that we know that have 4 sides are the square, the rectangle, and the trapezoid. So let's see what we have. We have a purple square, so we're going to circle the purple square. We have a green rectangle. We're going to circle the rectangle. And then we have a square that's turned on its side. This is still a square even though it's rotated, but it does have 4 sides. So the 2 shapes that we didn't circle was the circle and the triangle because a triangle only has 3 sides and a circle has no sides. Number 2, shapes with 3 vertices. Remember, a vertex means the corner where 2 sides come together to meet. So we have triangles that have 3 vertices because a triangle has 3 sides. So we have 3 triangles in this example that we are going to circle. Now all of these triangles look slightly different, but we can count the sides and we can count the vertices. And that way we know that they are triangles because they should have 3 sides and 3 vertices. Number 3, shapes with 4 sides the same length. Now this is being very specific. So even though A rectangle has 4 sides. Not all the sides on a rectangle are the same length, so we cannot circle that one. The only shape that has all 4 sides the same length is the square. So we have 2 squares here that I'm going to circle. And again, this square is turned on its side, but it is still a square because all the sides are the same length. Number 4, shapes with 3 sides and 3 vertices. So we know that this is a triangle again. So we're going to circle the 2 triangles that we have here. We also have a square, which we know has 4 sides. We have a trapezoid, which we know has 4 sides. And we have a circle, which we know does not have any sides. Okay, now let's look at the On My Own page, page 655. I know this is your favorite part. So I will go over the directions with you. Then before you go on to the next part of this video after I finish number 10, press pause, answer all the questions, and then I'll go over the answers with you after. Number 5, shapes with 0 vertices. You're going to circle the shapes that are being described here. So shapes with 0 vertices for number 5. Number 6, shapes with 4 sides. Number 7, shapes with straight sides. Number 8, shapes with 0 vertices. Number 9, shapes with 0 straight sides. And number 10, shapes that are not curved. So before you go on to the next part of this video, make sure you press pause here. That way you can take some time to do your answers, and then I will go over them with you. Okay, let's go over the answers. Number 5, shapes with 0 vertices. We know there's only one shape that does not have any vertices, and that is the circle. So you should have the green circle and the blue circle circled here. Number 6, shapes with 4 sides. So any shape that you see here that with 4 sides, you should have circled. So we have the square. Squares have 4 sides. We have the trapezoid that also has 4 sides, and the rectangle that has 4 sides. Remember, a triangle has 3 sides and a circle does not have any sides. Number 7, shapes with straight sides. So again, any shape that has a straight side, you're going to circle. So we have the trapezoid that has straight sides. We have 2 trapezoids here. And then the square. Number 8, shapes with 0 vertices. All of these shapes here have 0 vertices. So the button is in the shape of a circle. The nickel is in the shape of a circle. And the dog bowl is also in the shape of a circle here. Okay, number 9, shapes with 0 straight sides. So there are 2 objects here that do not have straight sides. We have the clock, which is in this shape of a circle. And we have the cookie, that is in the shape of a circle. The other 2 shapes are a triangle and a square, and those do have straight sides. Number 10, shapes that are not curved. So we're going to circle shapes that have straight sides. Remember, the only shape that is curved is a circle. So we have a rectangle here for the poster for the pet show. Then we have a stop sign. This has straight sides. And then we have the American flag. And those all have straight sides. So there are your answers for the On My Own page. For some extra practice, you can do the My Homework page, page 657 and 658 in your workbook. Remember, all of these examples are exactly what we just went over together. Remember, if you need some extra time to work, you can pause this video, you can go back and replay it, and if you have any questions, please have your parents send me an email. Until next time, my friends, bye!